Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. How you doing, Tim? First of all, I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every last one of you all. This is Uncle Tim Reviews. For everybody who just subscribed, I want to say thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for joining the community. Again, this is a safe space. You are able to vent here, and people will not criticize. You know, I take the trolls out because this is not the place for that. These are grown people, you know, complaining about a hobby that, you know, we all share. We share different hobbies, but this is a collecting community channel, whereas we can talk about just about everything dealing with collecting. Fam, you know, I did a video a while back and someone said, hey, you know, everything goes up. Prices go up everywhere. And the DC Multiverse figures, they were bound to go up. They didn't really go up. What you've seen is mispricing. No, I'm not. Fam, I thought that was the case. Me and my wife was out and we were in another state and I seen these figures, and like I said, you can't make it up. You know, you had two different figures. One was $19.99 and the other one was $24.99. And I said, hey, what's the difference? Why is one figure $19.99 and why is the other one $24.99? He said, hey, let me look this up for you. Let me check in the system and see why is this like that. So he's looking, and he come back to me and say, man, I really don't got nothing for you. The point I'm making here is, fam, it was subtle. These are not builder figures, and that's not why that single figure there is $24.99. It don't have builder figure parts in it. It's because they raised the price. And they raised it subtly that you did not see it. It was done in a fashion that if you didn't notice, you would overlook it. And fam, the prices have been raised. And if you look and check GameStop, if you checking your GameStops, you know, like I said, because GameStop is the new collecting spot because they have a lot of collectibles. They have a big variety of DC Multiverse there in certain stores. I'm not saying every store, but certain stores, fam. So I was looking and I realized he went up on those prices. Now, you could only hold out for so long. Like I said, materials cost. You know, plastic costs, cardboard costs. You know, everything that it takes to build these figures, it costs. And like I said, at the end of the day, I understand. But see, it's up to us as consumers to judge whether we want to buy the new product at the new price point. You know, it's the same figure, but with a new price point. Ain't nothing different about it. Ain't an extra head added just for your convenience that you can see, well, that's $24.99, but they added an extra head and two extra hands, and you be like, I'm okay with that. You know, I don't need too much, but an extra head and two hands, I'm good with that. And, you know, for some of us, we will be good with that. But see, the thing is, they don't see that. You know, just a little bit. You can have an unpainted head in there, you know, and put on the back, this is your opportunity to paint the head the way you see fit. And you know, you will sit there and be like, man, you know, I could really work wonders with that. You know, fam, spark some of our interest, spark our imagination. This is what a lot of toys do for a lot of people. You know, back in the old days with the childhood cartoons, they sparked our imaginations. We went outside, we were Transformers. Some of us was Optimus Prime, Megatron, Jetfire, Skyfire. We were some of everybody. We were the GoBots, we were Bruticus, Minosaur, you know. We were everything, the Thundercats. I was Lion-O a lot of times, you know, or Panthro. You know, fam, because they always say Panthro was the brother of the Thundercats, which he was, Panthro. But fam, you know, I noticed that the prices raised, and, you know, a lot of us are starting to be better with our purchases. We are starting to cherry pick. And, you know, just to be honest, family, that is a good idea. You know, I think a lot of us miss the forest for the trees. Sometimes we don't see the bigger picture. Sometimes the bigger picture is not to collect every single item. Sometimes it's to collect some of the items, you know, the items that spark your interest, your imagination. You know, you might do customs and you may say, hey, I could use this figure to customize. You know, I seen somebody make a ghost maker into it's the owl guy, you know, that Batman fought, you know, that was trying to take Robin. what was his name? Talon or something like that. I seen people do all kind of things. And, I was just so amazed by some of the stuff people were doing. And, fam, I give people credit. And this is what I'm talking about here. You got to know exactly what you are doing. You got to know what you are budgeting for. Because if you're not careful, you will overspend and you will be upset. Because, at the end of the day, each dollar is precious. In this new economy and this new age of what we call collecting. It's not like it was in the old days, whereas you had a lot of stuff and you was happy to have it. It's changing now. G.I. Joe's back in the day was $3.97, and He-Man was basically $5. You were good with GoBots were basically damn near $5. Transformers at the most was $10. You were okay with that. But now you're looking at these prices, I'm not okay with it. I'm cherry picking each item, and I get them at the lowest I could get them at. I scour the internet, I got them in searches. And, if it get to the price that I want, that's when I pull the trigger. I don't pull the trigger before. A lot of people think that you see this stuff, I'm just buying it at the store. No, fam, not everything is bought at the store because, again, the store doesn't have everything. I gauge prices and whether stuff is out yet through GameStop. Because you can go in there and, a lot of people found Storm Shadow and Spirit inside GameStop. People were finding Super Woman from the Crime Syndicate, and I was like, wow. They were putting down the locations they were finding them at. And I was like, okay. But just to let you know, they are raising these prices. And it's not long before everything starts going up. I mean, to the point where it's you starting to get frustrated. I'm starting to look at ways to change things, family, because look, I look at it this way. I only have so much of money, and I only have so much of money allocated to use on certain things. Everything else, look, I got to go somewhere else with. Everything is earmarked. People were like, hey, it's called disposable income for a reason. I don't think people with jobs really do have disposable incomes. I think you make you carve out a little to do something that you want to do. You know how a lot of young ladies carve out money to get their hair and their nails done? This is what we do. And a lot of times, we seen as, we taken away from the house. But like I said, this stuff can be sold. A hairdo and used nails can't be sold. None of that stuff could be sold. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not buying any of this for an investment opportunity because, trust me, the stuff that you want to buy as an investment opportunity, sometimes it never, pans out. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a big thing a while back. Now, a lot of people are losing so much money with Bitcoin, they losing their mind. This is why I say, when the bubble, when it's really going hot, invest in. Invest in. Do not wait till later and say, I'm going to invest after the bubble burst. This is what's happening now with toys. The prices of all of them are being driven up. And in a minute, all of that's going to burst and the price is going to go right back down. Look at the video games. Those retro games, they went all the way up during the pandemic. Now they're slowly coming back down because people are like, look, I'm not in the house no more. And people are not willing to pay those prices anymore. And this is what you call the toy apocalypse, because what's happening with this toy apocalypse is that these increases affect your wallet. And we just don't see the connection yet. There's a big connection here that no one's paying attention to, that no one is really thinking about. See, the pandemic helped bring about something that nobody ever realized: demand. See, demand wasn't like it was, back in the day, whereas, you'd be like, well, people are going to demand certain things. No, they made a way to make you want a certain item, even if you really didn't need it. And now they're doing that to everything. Now, you're finding a lot of figures in Target and Walmart's just sitting on shelves because people are like, hey, this is too damn much. I'm not about to spend $40 on one figure, fam. That ain't what I'm doing. You know, it got to be a better way. And like I said, McFarlane, you know, if he's raising regular figures up to $24.99, then that means the builder figures gonna be close to $30. So fam, are we winning or are we losing? See, you know, this is why I collect so many different lines, because as you give up on one, you go to another one. And, you know, I know everybody said, well, you should really stick with that one and you can go on from there. But, you know, sometimes you can't do that. It don't work that way. And I know we all want it to, but it just don't. But till later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.